You brought the beer today.
I did.
But we actually went to this brewery while we were in Cedar Rapids for the podcast awards. Yeah. It was a pretty good experience.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. When we walked in, there was another group in there, but it was a Sunday afternoon. Football, 3 o'clock games are on.
Yep.
That other group left pretty quick. We sat up at the bar, and the bartender was really cool. He was a 49ers fan.
Unfortunately for him.
But he was really cool. I forget his name. I feel bad. If you happen to be watching, let us know what your name was. You're pretty sweet. Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. And we decided to get a 6-pack for a future episode, which ended up being this one. I'm excited to see how we open these cans.
Yeah, so we ended up with the Eagle Amber Lager from Iowa Brewing Company, based out of Cedar Rapids. Amber Lager, which is definitely something up my alley for sure. But
I think drop this can.
I think we both tried this beer while we were there.
I think so, yeah.
I may have had a glass or two. I can't remember.
But the bartender was giving us a few samples here and there, so I don't remember everything he let us try.
Yeah, I can't remember what I actually had and what I sampled, but everything I had there was really, really good. So we need to crack these open as best we can.
Yep.
Oh, I got it.
Oh no, I might have to have you help me.
But I got beer all over my thumb.
There you go.
Oh, you got it too.
Oh no! I thought my beer was going to explode there for a second. If you just tuned in, or if you're just now watching on the beer segment that we're putting out on YouTube, Purple Punishments this week. We both predicted a Vikings loss to the Texans. They won. We spun the wheel of Purple Punishments, and now we have to wear socks in our hands for episode 59 of the Skol Hop. Yeah, Evan, I almost dropped this can a couple of times before I opened it with these socks on. You're actually doing a really good pour right there.
That's a classic Austin pour, mostly head.
I'm terrified of starting it. Okay, all right.
You just gotta go for it.
Gotta go for it. Okay, this is hilarious. My kids will think this is the funniest thing ever.
I'm just gonna open another one. Yeah. I think
while we're in it,
while we're here, and then we just hopefully won't have to do this again for a while.
So again, these are the Amber Lager, Eagle Amber Lager from the Iowa Brewing Company in Cedar Rapids. I don't know if they have other locations there. That place is really cool. I like that brewery a lot.
Cool environment.
Yeah, and obviously we had a handful of their beers. They were really cool. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pour another can to avoid having to pour it again later.
I will say this is somewhat better. It's not way better, but somewhat better than not being able to say the word Vikings on a Vikings podcast.
That was tough. That did make for some comedy, though. If you enjoyed that, let us know.
It was also fun to do that with a live audience.
Yeah.
To kind of laugh along with us as we were doing that.
And we'll kind of recap the Iowa Podcast Awards a little bit later here. But yeah, that was entertaining. And I'm glad that my lack of physical peakness can give people some laughs. That was fun.
All right, well, let's try these beers. We should be able to at least pick up the mug. It's the can that's the tough part.
Yeah, but these socks are making things slippery.
Yes.
This has to be podcast gold right now. Okay, yeah. All right, Skol.
Skol. Yeah, that's delicious. It's a good amber. You can't go wrong with it, in my opinion. So
yeah.
He said it's one of, if I remember right, he said the amber is one of their more popular brews.
Yeah, so it's pretty clear. It's not crazy hazy or super dark amber. It's definitely an amber. It's got that nice, I don't know, is it a malty flavor? Mm-hmm. Is that how you would describe it? It's definitely like a beer's beer. So it's not trying to do too much. We've had a few beers recently other than the caramel apple Fandango. But even that, like you said, it was doing too much, but it was doing it well.
In all the right ways.
But yeah, this is a solid amber that just wants to be a solid amber. It hits all the marks. I'm going IPAs, ambers, and maybe sours after that. So I like ambers. This is doing it. This rivals the 5 Cities Crushing on Amber that we tried last week. Yeah. Again, thank you 5 Cities for providing the beer last week. But yeah, Iowa Brewing Company. This is really good.
Good stuff. And the only unfortunate thing about it is we have to pour it with socks on our hands. But
watch this be the first beer review video that we get to go viral, and people are like, "What are you doing with the socks?
Why are you pouring a beer with socks on your hands?"
This is what we do here at the Skol Hop.
Ooh, yeah.
There it is. All right, man. That was fun. I'm looking forward to the end of this episode when we can take these socks off. But we got a whole episode to go. We just started.
My hands are already sweating.
I feel like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. They are warm. But I think we just need to embrace. We had Viking socks on. It's awesome. I think we need to do another muted high five and make sure that we get another drink out of our beer, which maybe this is a good time. We can transition. What are your thoughts on this beer?
Really good.
The Iowa Brewing Company Eagle Amber Lager, which at least the bartender that day said was one of their more popular, higher selling beers.
Yeah, definitely would have this again. Unfortunately, I don't know that they distribute around here because we picked up these cans while we were there on the ground in Cedar Rapids. So if you can get it near you, I would definitely go pick some up. But
absolutely.
Otherwise, if you can make your way to Cedar Rapids, head to downtown Cedar Rapids, head to their brewery. Great vibe, great place to hang out, and some really good beer.
Yeah, I'm glad. And we just kind of found it. We were just kind of walking around.
Well, it's kind of between two different locations that we were between for the Iowa Podcast Awards. And we're like, oh, hey, let's go there.
Yeah, this is almost enough for me to, every time I'm kind of in that area, think, it's just a few minutes. I can hop off the interstate and go grab a 6-pack of something from Iowa Brewing Company. I like their stuff a lot. I would love to have them featured on the podcast some more. So, hey, Iowa Brewing Company, you want to send us some stuff? We'd love to talk it up. But all jokes aside, if you can, definitely give it a try. Everything we tried there that day was phenomenal. And this amber lager it's a solid amber lager. Doesn't do too much, doesn't do too little, and it's perfect. I think the high today was 72. It's perfect amber lager season.
It's fall, man. The temperatures are starting to drop, the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, and football is in full swing, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So